Yes, children, nice to see you all. This is our third lesson. Till now, I completed all the poetry lessons. You have completed all supplementary, and now I am going to complete the textual lessons. Okay, the prose part. The third unit. What is the third unit for us? Is two stories about flying. What are these two stories about flying? Okay, once open your textbooks, all of you, and here 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 we have two persons who are explaining about the flying. Now let us take the first part, his first flight. Liam O'Flaherty. Here he explained about how a bird conquers the fear. Conquers the fear means which she leaves the fear and she goes for flying. How she tries her flying. Okay, and next, black aeroplane. Frederick Fawcett, he also explained about one story. Let us see what is that. First, let us go for his first flight. Okay, children, now open your textbooks, be ready. Before you read, since the earliest times, humans have dreamt of conquering skies. Here are two stories about flying. Since the earliest times means from the time of in early days, humans want to go into the sky. What is there in the sky? What happens there? What happens if we go into the moon? They want to research. They want to try for themselves. They are going on trying. Okay, so they dreamt of conquering. Let us, if we go there, how to go there? What if we do? We can go there. How to reach there? They were planning and they were trying to go up. Okay, so they were feared. For some cases they were feared. For some situations they were feared. Okay, and afterwards what happened? Anyhow, they tried and they went away into the sky. Okay, so humans have dreamt conquering the skies. Here are two stories about flying. Now, the first one is a young seagull is afraid to fly. How does he conquer his fear? That is about the second story is about a pilot. A pilot is lost in storm clouds. Does he arrive safe? Who helps him? So later we learn about the pilot. Now let us go with the first story about a seagull. Okay. Yes. So his first flight. This is the part one. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. So I think you know, brink means edge, edg. I'll give the meanings in the last. Okay, so here one seagull, it wants to fly, but he could not fly. It could not fly. His, how the seagull is represented here. See here, children, he has told as his. Okay, you must be aware of this. So the young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and sister had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. As his brothers were flying, he also wanted to fly, but he was afraid and he went away back. The great expanse means expansion of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. See, the seagull saw the sea down from the ledge, from the top. He saw the sea down. It was miles down. Sea was very down. Okay, the bird was very high. She was very high up in the sky near. Okay, so when she saw, she was very afraid and she went away back. Okay, not sorry, he. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. He felt afraid. No, I can't fly. Let them fly, but I can't. If I jump from here, I will straightly fall into the water and I will die. So let me not jump. So no, my wings will not support me. Let me go back. He thought like that and he went away back. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink. Brink means edge. EDG. Flapped their wings and flew away. He failed to muster up. Muster up means gather. Gather up courage and to take the plunge which appeared to him so desperate. Desperate means in confusion, hopeless. Desperate means hopeless. Okay. Now what he is saying is, even older brothers, his brothers and sister, he had two brothers and one sister, they were older means smaller to him. Okay, so though they were older, though their wings are very small, they flew away. But this bird, seagull, it is elder to them, he is elder to them, he had big wings, but he could not fly. Why he could not fly? Because of fear. Because of fear. So he could not muster up the courage. Muster up means gather the courage. He could not bring courage in itself, and he could not fly. And last he became desperate. Desperate means hopeless. He became desperate and he went away back to its hole and slept there. Okay, you understood. Now his father and mother had come around. So his father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him. They came shouting seriously, upbraiding him, scolding. Upbraiding means scolding. You have here meaning. Him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge, on his unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. They came, hey, all my children are running. Two brothers and your sister are flying with small wings. What, you stupid? You are sleeping in the ledge. Come on, come out, come out. Father and mother shouted, but this seagull did not come out. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves, and how to dive for fish. 24 hours over, mother and father came, shouted, and they went away. From then onwards, nobody came to the seagull. Seagull was very sad. It was in a desperate, disappointed mood. They shouted at him. She could not move. They encouraged him also. She did not move. Sorry. They encouraged him. He did not move. They shouted at him and scolded. Though also this seagull did not move. So they got angry and they left the seagull and they all went away. After they going away, it passed 24 hours. Since 24 hours, nobody came to this seagull. He felt very sad. And he observed father and mother were teaching the brothers and sister how to dive, how to overcome the waves. See here, perfecting them in the art of flying. He had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight. Means what? They are perfecting how to fly. How, when the water comes, how to fly over the water, how to fly over the waves, how to come up from the water, how to go into the water. They are teaching, perfecting the younger ones. Who are perfecting? Mother and father. They are training. Perfecting means training the younger ones. Teaching them how to skim the waves. When the waves come, how to jump over it. And how to dive for a fish from top. How to watch a fish and catch the fish from the top. Everything they are teaching. He observed everything. How my parents are teaching my brothers and sister, but they are not teaching me. He felt little sad. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring. Herring means fish. He caught his first fish and devour it. Devour it means to eat it. How he caught the first fish from up and how he ate. A soft fine sea fish. Okay, to move, skim means to move lightly just above a surface. Okay, you know this. Okay, he observed mommy and father and mother are teaching them how to catch the fish, how to avoid the, how to skim up over the waves and everything. Then his brother tried. Yes, mommy, I will do it, he told, and his brother tried. First he went up in the sky, he came down and he caught the fish. He dived one fish and he took that fish and ate away that fish. Devour means eating up. Standing on a rock while his parents circled around, raising a proud cackle. He stood on the rock and he ate away that fish. And parents felt very happy. Oh my God, my younger one has done very nice job. Oh, very nice, very nice. They were shouting. Parents and the other sister, brother, all were cackling. Cackling means shouting. They were shouting with happiness. Okay, oh no, what a good job, what a good thing he did. They were very happy and they were shouting. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. The next day morning, they saw the younger son, catching one fish and eating. He learned how to do everything. They are happy. And now, next day morning, the whole family went, except this seagull. Others all went, 2 brothers, 1 sister, father, mother, all went to a big plateau and sat there in the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. They sat in the opposite of the seagull, opposite part, in the opposite direction of the seagull. They saw, and they were, cliff means steep rock. Cliff taunting means, what is that? Opposite cliff taunting means a steep rock is there. They sat opposite the seagull. Far, they sat on the rock, plain rock is there. They sat there and they were making jokes and eating fishes, everything. And with his cowardice means very timid. Piriki we say, na? That is. Okay. So, who was coward? Seagull was coward. Who was brave? Brothers, sister, father, mother. So, to make this fellow very brave, they are doing some actions. But this fellow was sitting and watching them. Okay. Next. The sun was now ascending in the sky. The sun is going up in the sky. Ascending means going up in the sky. Okay. Blazing on his ledge that faced the south. Blazing means very heat sun. The sunrise is falling very sharp rays is falling on the ledge. Ledge means where the seagull is sitting. And this ledge, on the ledge that faced the south. The seagull, what did he do? As the sunrise was falling, the seagull turned towards the south. Okay, the sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. On the south direction, the rays was falling. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. From when he did not eat the food? From the previous nightfall, from the previous day he did not eat. From yesterday evening onwards he did not eat anything. So as the sun rays is falling, he is feeling very weak. One side the sun rays is falling, one side he is feeling hungry. So he became very nervous. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing. He closed one eye, then the other. See, what happened is, he went on the ledge, he moved to the front and he stood on one leg. Why? Because it is hot. The ledge, the stone is very hot. He can't stand on the hot stone, on the hot ledge. So he put one leg up, and with that one leg was covered with the wings so that he may not feel heat. Okay, next. And pretended to be falling asleep. He pretended. He was not really asleep. As if he is standing and sleeping, he pretended. He acted as if he is standing and sleeping. Still pretending. Pretended means acting. Next. Still they took no notice of him. He saw his 2 brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Actually, he was pretending as if he was sleeping. He thought that they all will see him, but nobody observed him, nobody cared him. They were doing their own duty. What were they doing? His 2 brothers and his sister were lying on the plateau. They felt on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. They kept their heads folded. in the necks. They lie down on the plateau, they lie down on the stone, rock, and they close their eyes. Okay, and his father was preening. Preening means making an effort to maintain feathers. He was decorating the feathers. Feathers means he was setting right the feathers on his white back. Next, and his mother was looking at him. Who was looking at him? Mother. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet, and she then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. Mother's heart, I told you, na, if you don't eat food one day, mommy will be very tense. Arey, eat amma, eat this, eat that, or if you want anything, shall I cook and give you? Mommy will ask, isn't it? So, mother is worried, father is not worried, brothers and sisters are not worried. Mother is worried. Mother's heart is very soft, isn't it? Mother's heart is very kind, soft, merciful. So, arey, one of my son did not eat, na, so she's observing from top of the plateau. She took one fish. She brought one fish and she was tearing that fish and eating. And while eating, what she did, she just sharpened her teeth, scraped each side of her beak on the rock. Means scraped means sharpening. You sharpen the knife on, if your knife is dull, you sharpen it on the rock or on the wall, isn't it, on the stone, you sharpen it. So like that, this bird, this mother bird is also sharpening her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. So she is sharpening her beak and she is eating the fish. She is sharpening her beak, she is eating the fish. By seeing that sight, this seagull became mad. Arey, my mother is eating, but I am feeling hungry. Since 24 hours, I have not eaten anything. Since previous night, I have not eaten anything. I want that fish. How mommy will give me or not? Mommy will give me or not? Mommy is eating nicely. So he got mad. He got mad. And how he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. So he tried. Mother was eating the fish. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. What is meant by wet means sharpen it. See, here you have given the meaning. Okay, children, I think you have understood this story. Now let us go to the last part of this page. Next page I'll explain you in the next video. Okay, so mommy is sharpening her beak and eating the fish. So now, ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. How did he cry? Ga ga ga, ga ga ga. He is shouting to his mother, bring me some food to eat, bring me some food to eat. What is the meaning of ga ga ga? He cried, begging her to bring him some food to eat. Ga call her, ga call her. She screamed back derisively. Then mommy also shouted, go, go, in a manner showing some that she is stupid. So derisively means she is very angry. Okay, she is very angry and she don't want to give. Mockingly, she was very serious. As he shouted, ga ga ga, give me some food, bring me some food to eat, come on, bring. He shouted. Then mommy, what did she shout? And who said these words? Go call her, go call her. She screamed back derisively. Derisively means in a manner of showing someone that she or he is stupid. Arey, you are stupid, go, I won't bring, go. But he kept calling plaintively. He went on calling plaintively. What is meant by plaintively? Sorrowfully. Ga, 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 ga. First he shouted ga, ga, ga. Second time when mommy was careless, mommy was saying, go, you did not come to fly, na? Okay, go, I don't bring food to eat. Then he said again plaintively, sorrowfully, ga, 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 ga. He wants please bring me some food. And after a minute or so, sorrowfully, plaintively means sorrowfully he shouted. And after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. When mother started coming, he shouted very happily. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. Then When this seagull was shouting sorrowfully, plaintively, mother's heart broken. Mother was completely shocked. Arey, my son is shouting. Let me go and give some food. Immediately she took one piece of fish and she started flying. By seeing the mother flying towards him, he felt very happy, and again he felt very happy and joyful scream. Okay, now his mother, who is coming back? Mother is coming back. Where she is coming? She is coming to seagull. Why? To give the food. Will she give the food or not give the food? Let us see in the next video. Okay, until then keep watching. Bye children.